Hello everyone, welcome back to very important session by SSBCrack exams. Myself Drishti Goyal, and today in this particular session we are going to talk about the conference. Right, so we will discuss the most important questions which are asked in your SSB conference on the very fifth day and how you can tackle them. So everybody here is talking about interview related questions, but SSB is also carrying same weightage as that of your other task in stage 2, be it your psych test, your GTO or your interview. So here we are going to prepare for the conference questions which will definitely going to give a confidence to you and an upper edge in your conference. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So first we will discuss about the conference day or the D day, right? Because as your conference is done, then only your final result will be declared. ठीक है? So conference, अच्छा आपको सभी को पता है कि SSB is a 5-day process है ना? So 5-day process in which your first day is for your screening, your middle days are for your stage 2, but your final day is for your conference and the result. ठीक है? So conference in SSB happens on the 5th day of the SSB testing, and in the conference all the assessors of a particular board including the president, deputy president and others meet each other to discuss and prepare the result of a candidate on 5 days testing. So conference is the first time when your interviewing officer, your GTO and your psychologist are sitting together and discussing about the testing of yours. Okay, so candidate will be called one by one according to the increasing or decreasing order of your chest numbers. There will be a bell and a display board indicating the chest number just to inform the candidates about their turn to go inside the conference hall. तो आपको already सारी process समझा दी जाएगी where you need to sit, and I'm telling you before reaching to the actual conference, you have to make or cross a long path. Okay, you will be made waited for a longer time. You will be changing your seats from 1 to 3 to 3 to 4. Okay, there will be 4 to 5 like stoppage where you will be sent before you actually reach to your final conference. Okay, and here you can see this is how your conference will be looking. So this is how all the assessors will be sitting in a U-shaped table, and here you will be sitting in the middle and your conference will take place. So now I'll discuss about the most important questions which can be asked in your SSB conference. Okay, so first question can be, how are you, how was your stay, food and accommodation here in your last 5 days. तो आपके एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में पूछ सकते हैं कि how was your experience at the SSB center. Then rate your performance out of 10. So they'll ask you how according to you have performed in your entire 5-day process. So you have to be very like confident about your performance, and if you have genuinely performed well, do rate yourself with a good 10. Then how do you rate your performance in other 3 tasks? So specifically they can even ask to rate the performance of all the 3 tasks separately, be it your psychology, your interview or your GTO. Then how many friends you made in last 5-day process or 5 days. So they can talk about your group members, okay, or your group, how was your group, how were the people. They can even talk about your friends, how do you spend time with them, what all games you have played together. So this type of questions can definitely be asked. Then any changes which you felt in yourself in these 5 days, it means they are asking about the improvements. Okay, what all improvements you had or what all changes you have observed in yourself in those 5 days. So definitely you're going to observe some of the changes, because in your SSB there is a fixed disciplined schedule that you need to follow. So there will be a fixed time that you will be waking up, there will be fixed time that you will be having your breakfast, lunch and dinner. So this is how your life will definitely transform a bit, if not much. Then they will be asking about why were you not selected in your previous attempts. So what were the lack points in your previous attempts. So this will definitely going to be asked from the repeaters only. Okay, then what will you do if you are not selected this time. So they're asking about your plan B or your second plan. So they can ask, अगर आप अभी नहीं select हुए तो आप क्या करेंगे. So you can say I'll come back again. But in case they are asking if you will not be able to qualify in any of your attempt, आप अपने किसी भी attempt में clear नहीं कर पाओगे तो क्या करोगे. So in that case they are definitely asking about your plan B. So you can talk about your current status or what are your aspiration which you are preparing for in your life right now except from defense. Then rate yourself in your group. अगर आप अपने ग्रुप में 8 members का ग्रुप है, so at which position you stand. So they can ask you to rate your group and rate yourself in your group. Then what is your next plan? तो अभी कॉन्फ्रेंस हो जाएगी, उसके बाद आप कहाँ जाने वाले हो, और what are your plans? So they can ask what are you planning regarding exploring the place, or what all things you have planned, or you are likely going back home, whatever it is. So which test you enjoyed the most, or the test which you liked the most in the entire 5-day process. कौन सा टेस्ट आपको सबसे अच्छा लगा, and in which test you think you could have done better. कौन सा टेस्ट आपको लग रहा है कि आप थोड़ा बेटर परफॉर्म कर सकते थे. सो हेयर ऑल्सो डोंट हाईलाइट दैट यार हमारा तो बहुत ही बेकार गया है और हम तो कुछ भी नहीं कर पाएंगे, लाइक यू आर टॉकिंग विद योर फ्रेंड्स. Okay, genuinely pinpoint the task in which you could have performed better, but don't highlight a very big negative. That don't say that my interview could have done better because I was not able to talk to the point to the questions, or I was not able to recall the questions, I was not able to answer the question. तो वो ठीक नहीं है, ठीक है. Tell minute details which you were not able to perform good. ठीक है. लाइक यू कैन स्पेसिफिकली टॉक अबाउट द इंडिविजुअल ऑब्स्टेकल. पूरा जीटीओ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, इंडिविजुअल ऑब्स्टेकल्स में बोल दो, या फिर आप वैट में बोल दो कि आई वाज नॉट एबल टू, या एसआरटी में बोल दो आई वाज नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट ऑल द एसआरटीज, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं वहां पे बेटर कर सकता हूँ. सो ऐसे वाले टास्क को यू कैन हाईलाइट. ठीक है. देन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस अदर्स आर, हैव यू बीन आउट विद योर फ्रेंड्स. सी इन लाइक COVID times, they have stopped giving you liberty to go out, but now in most of the SSB centers, it has been started again. So they give you liberty to go out of the SSB center and explore, but your mobile phones are not given to you. Okay. So in that case, they can ask कि आप कहाँ पे गए थे, what all places you have observed, what things you liked about this city, what all things you new tried here. Okay. So they can ask about your experience of the outing which you had inside your SSB center. Then compare your performance with your previous SSB attempt. तो पहले क्या अच्छा था और अभी क्या अच्छा है, या फिर पहले क्या बुरा था और अभी क्या इम्प्रूव करा है, like that. So some SRTs can also be asked if you are borderline case. मान लो अगर आप borderline case हैं, तो in that case they can ask a certain amount of like SRTs or situations, and they can test you how will you be performing in that. ठीक है. कभी कभी क्या कहते हैं, सिचुएशनल क्वेश्चंस ऐसा पूछ लेते हैं कि मान लो यू आर गोइंग विद योर टीम and you want to go from a certain way, but your team is reluctant and want to go to the second way, and you know that the second way is a dangerous way and it is not going to lead you to the actual destination. So in that case, what you will do? So people be like, I'll follow my group, or I will go alone. So they just want to show, see, will you be there with your group, or you will convince them to come with you? Will you compromise your mission for your group, like that? So please be very genuine with your answer and be to the point. Okay. Any suggestion or improvement for SSB? अगर आपको SSB के लिए कोई suggestions देने हैं या कोई improvement आपको बताना है, तो this question you have to answer very tactfully, because if you are going to highlight a very negative aspect of your SSB center or the SSB process, it is going to be very negative on your part, and there can be other questions which you might not be able to answer. Now name 2 candidates from your group whom you think will get recommended. So generally you answer other 2 people, right? So they can even ask you, do you think chest number 5 is not going to be recommended? And in that case, see, if you are chest number 5, है ना, तो they can directly ask you, आपको क्या लगता है आप recommend नहीं हो सकते हो? So you can take your name as well if you think you have definitely performed good. Then how was your feeling and experience you learned in the SSB process? कैसा आपको लगा वहां पे आके, ठीक है? How you felt being there for the 5 days. Questions regarding your name can also be asked. We see many candidates whom I am interacting and have come from their conference. They are asked about their name. So who has given you this name? What is the meaning of your name? How do you relate yourself with your name? So like that, they can ask certain questions. Also, observation based questions can be asked, like what all things you have observed in your SSB center. So be very observant when you are there inside your SSB, that what all aircrafts have been put in there, what all pictures were there in the holes or the corridors you were traveling through. So these type of basic observation related questions can also be asked. They can also ask about your hobbies, ठीक है. Sometimes what happens ना, they can ask about your hobbies in your SSB कॉन्फ्रेंस एज वेल, ठीक है. कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी आपसे हॉबी के बारे में पूछ लेते हैं कि आपकी हॉबी कैसी थी, और लाइक व्हाट इज योर हॉबी, हाउ डू यू डू इट, हाउ ऑफन डू यू डू इट, है ना. व्हाट टाइप ऑफ ड्राइंग डू यू मेक इफ आर्ट और ड्राइंग इज योर हॉबी. So sometimes there can be some common questions also which have already been asked in the interview, but they are asking them again, ठीक है. तो उसके लिए भी आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि you should not contradict yourself. Be on your own answer. Don't change your answer. ठीक है. I hope this was very much helpful, and now you will be able to tackle questions which are going to be asked to you in your conference. Also अगर उनको किसी क्वालिटी पे कोई डाउट लगेगा, है ना, if they have a basic doubt regarding any of your quality, then certain questions regarding testing of that particular quality can also be asked. Okay. Now if you have your SSB lined up and you want to prepare genuinely for your SSB, you can definitely enroll to our SSB online course, where you will find all the things which are required for you to prepare and get recommended. Okay. And you can also enroll for the courses which are related to your written examinations, be it your AFCAT, CDS, NDA, and other written examinations. You can also apply the code Warrior10 for extra 10% discount. And if you have your SSB, you want to prepare well, I want to wish you luck. Go stronger, be confident, perform best, and get recommended soon. Don the uniform and serve the nation. Bye bye, take care, and Jai Hind.
अगर आप एक डिफेंस एस्पिरेंट हैं और एसएसबी इंटरव्यू, एनडीए, सीडीएस, एफकैट जैसे एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, तो आप एसएसबी क्रैक एग्जाम्स के कोर्स को चेक करना ना भूलें. आप हमारी लर्निंग एप्लीकेशन को गूगल प्ले स्टोर से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं.